Recently, I covered a video on stamina in Jiu Jitsu, and I got some good attention because a lot of people struggle with this, especially if you're coming from a different sport. A lot of people can be in great shape, but you get to Jiu Jitsu and all of a sudden your stamina is garbage. We talked about muscle tension in the last one. Today, we're going to talk about breathing. There is a right way to breathe. There is a wrong way to breathe, and you're probably doing it wrong, especially if you're struggling with your stamina. So not only will I cover why this happens and how it happens, but I'm going to give you awareness and specific examples of certain positions where this is likely happening on a simple way that makes it easy for you to remember. So if you're trying to upgrade your stamina, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Whether you're coming from football or weightlifting or powerlifting or rugby or whatever it is, there's a good chance that you're in good shape, but you get on the mats and you gas out quick and you can't figure out why. I'm gonna say that you need to evaluate your breathing, specifically holding your breath during exertion. Now, we have to remember what muscles need to perform at their best. They need oxygen-rich blood. So when you hold your breath, a lot of times this feels like the thing to do because in weightlifting, we brace. In powerlifting, we brace. That big, deep breath of air that we hold feels powerful. But what happens if, while using that power, you don't get the desired result, whether you're trying to escape mount or you're trying to finish a submission? You end up really tired, really gassed out, in a failed position or submission, which obviously, if you've ever been there, sucks. You know this. And because grappling is so demanding on our cardiovascular system, it almost doesn't matter how in shape you are. We are not robots. We need a constant, and that's the key word, a constant supply of oxygen-rich blood to meet the demands placed on our cardiovascular system during grappling. When you take a big deep breath, sure, that feels powerful because that's what you use to hit PRs in the weight room. You're getting an influx of oxygen that's very brief. And once you use that supply during your grappling match, you're out. You don't have any more oxygen-rich blood coming through. That's when you really start to struggle. That's when your heart really kicks it up a notch, noticing that you need more oxygen in your system. And you're making grappling so much harder on yourself. Keep in mind that if you're doing the techniques right, you shouldn't need a big boost of strength and energy. Are there techniques that require a little bit of horsepower? Yeah, for sure. But if you are needing a big gulp of oxygen to complete the task at hand, you're probably not doing it correctly. The problem is this one flies under the radar very easily. You may not even realize that you're holding or bracing with your breath. And most people are gonna ask, well, how do I fix it if I don't even know it's happening? You have to become aware of it. You need to take notes of what you're doing when you're rolling. What I want you to do is pay attention to how you behave during moments of stress, when you're being pinned, when you're trying to escape a submission, when you're trying to finish a submission. If you're catching yourself holding your breath at all, you're holding yourself back. And that is the first step to unwinding and improving this, awareness. Let's cover some examples so you can attach some visual material to your memory, because this will help you remember it in the moment while you're training. In this first example, you can see me trapped in side control. My partner's on top of me. What I'm going to do is try one of my favorite sweeps or escapes to get out of side control. As you see me attempt this, I'm holding my breath and I'm bracing. So a big gulp of air, and then I push. Now, this is fine, I suppose, if I'm able to do the technique correctly. But oftentimes when we're bracing, it's because we need more strength, and that's because we're not doing the technique correctly. So not only are you doing it wrong, you end up right where you're at, extremely tired. So as you can see in this next example, you can almost see that my face looks relaxed the whole time. I'm not straining. I'm not focusing on being powerful. I'm focusing on being correct with my movements. And when my movements are correct, it flows effortlessly, almost. Let's jump into the next example, which is a mount escape. You can see that my partner's in mount and I'm looking for a mount escape. Now, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take a big deep breath of air and I'm gonna push and brace. And then from there, I'm going to try to force my way out without really focusing on doing the movement correctly, because if I need extra power to do it, I'm probably not doing it right. In this next clip, you can see that not only am I doing this correctly, but I'm breathing throughout the whole entire process. I'm staying calm. You can see in my face that I'm not relying on big explosive movements. I'm relying on the technique. And you guys are gonna see this is a common theme here for this video. Let me be the first to say, I love strength. I love power. and I absolutely am a power-based grappler. I love being strong and I love being powerful, but there's a time and place. And if your strength is causing you to gas out a bit because you're not breathing properly, what good is it? It's not. It's holding you back. So you need to do the techniques right and you need to breathe through them. Now, next I'm on my partner's back and I'm doing the rear naked choke. And I've talked about this topic in previous videos. When you sink a choke, you're not slamming into full intensity because that leaves you no room to correct errors along the way. And it's a good way to burn out while in the submission. You'll see in this first example that I take a big, deep breath, I brace, I slam the choke on and I'm squeezing as hard as I can, not getting the tap, burning my grips, burning my arms out. When in reality, what I need to do is get the choke in, breathe through it, and gradually increase the pressure of the choke. That way, I'm not only burning out, but I'm able to make adjustments along the way. This is just another example of where you breathe through effort rather than bracing through effort. On this last example, you can see me doing a triangle to my partner. Now, once I get to the final stages of the triangle, you can see that here I am taking a big deep breath and I'm squeezing with everything I have and I'm bracing, not providing my muscles a continuous supply of oxygen-rich blood. Now, guess what? If I do the choking correctly or he's not tapping because I needed to make minor adjustments, now I've failed the choke and I'm really tired because I braced and held my breath. As you can see here in this next variation, I am breathing through the choke, nice and calm, utilizing the technique to do the work for me. I'm breathing through effort, not bracing through it. There's a big difference. Now let's talk about how to breathe properly, the actual technique of breathing. If you notice a lot of the guys at the top, it almost looks like they're not trying. If you pay attention to Marcelo Garcia or even Gordon Ryan, you can see in their face that they're calm and relaxed and they're breathing through their nose. Even if they're tired, you can still see that they're focusing on breathing through their nose. What I want you to consider is that you're a car and your breathing through your nose is gears 1 through 5. Right? That's where I want you to focus the majority of your breathing. Now, if you're so tired that your nose isn't cutting it anymore, you can move into your special 6th gear, which is mouth breathing. But I would still recommend breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. The big thing is, you ever seen anybody hyperventilate through their nose? It's through their mouth. It's very easy to breathe too fast and get shallow breathing through your mouth. It's very easy and effective to get full breaths through your nose. You're never gonna hyperventilate through your nose. People hyperventilate through their mouth. And that's because it's an easier flow. So a lot of people at the top will say, save your mouth breathing as your last or final, your secret, your special gear, your 6th gear, while the majority of your match should come from nasal breathing. And again, focusing on what guys at the very top do, this is exactly what they do. They breathe through their nose, and if they need it, they can incorporate their mouth in the end once they're very, very tired. So to recap, you first need to become aware, taking mental note of where you hold your breath. You need to become aware of it because I can almost promise you don't even realize you're doing it. And then once you notice that you're doing it, take note of how tired you get after holding your breath and trying to perform a move. Whether you do it successfully or not, take note of how tired you are. You have to become attached and aware of how bad that sucks to want to fix it. You need to want to fix this to fix it. And then once you're aware of it in these positions that I explained or all the others that it's going to happen in, you can then begin to take mental note and slowly get better at this. This is not something that you're going to fix overnight. And in fact, after 10 years of jiu-jitsu, I still every now and then catch myself holding my breath a little bit because I have a weightlifting background. I had a powerlifting background. These were places where I would brace and hold my breath to get bigger movements, to get bigger numbers. So it's just kind of ingrained in me. Be patient with yourself. You will get better at it. I promise you that. As long as you keep trying, you have no choice but to get better. And if you guys have any other tips or information on breathing, drop it in the comments because we're all learning from each other, myself included. I love that I'm still a student after 10 years. It's such a beautiful thing. There's no way to learn all of jiu-jitsu all at once. So drop your knowledge in there, guys. I always read through the comments and I may make a video off your comment. So new videos every Monday. Appreciate you guys. You know how we like to end them? Sometimes backwards, always forwards. I'll see you in the next one.